Hello everybody, it's Travis from DevTips here today. Just have a quick video for you. I made and released a video recently this Monday, which was yesterday actually, which detailed the process of sketching a website layout and then going into visual design. And I realized a really handy thing for you guys to have may be a little vocabulary set or a library of sketching symbols. And so I want to share with you a few of the things that I've come across and that I've adopted into my kind of like toolbox of sketching symbols. So that's where we're going to start today. So the first is the format. When I create a new sketch for a project, I usually frame it up in the format that I believe that it's going to take. So for example, let's start with something very basic. If it's like a postcard, I'm going to do it in a square, postcard format, like a 5x6 or a 5x7 or 4x6, and then I'll just start designing in there. If I'm going to do something like a poster, I'll do the format of a poster, right? If I'm going to do a website, I'll often make a three-cornered rectangle or a three-sided rectangle, and I'll leave the bottom side open so that I can just continue on making more length as I need it, right? And so I'll do all of this work, and then okay, this website's going to be longer than I thought, so I'll just make it longer, and I'll keep going. When I started, I used to make websites like this, and then run out in the bottom, and I have to ignore this line. And so anyway, I just do a three-sided rectangle, and then just let it grow. What else? Okay, so another option might be if I'm doing a website that I know that it's going to be a full height website, like a landing page or something. You see those a lot, pretty popular right now. And it's like, here's the big button, and then scroll down later. So anyway, I know that this is going to be the 100% height, so I can just make a full box there. And then the other one to consider is the phone, wherein you can actually draw the height of the phone and consider these, because you really need to consider your edges, maybe even more so on a phone than you do on a desktop or a browser, And then you can delineate where the viewport will be, and then if your content needs to go out, you can still continue sketching down. That's okay. Okay, now that we're done drawing our rectangles to denote the format that we're working inside, let's talk about the little library of symbols that I use to denote common UI elements. Okay, so the first one is just a line of text. If you're going to do a line of text, usually I start it with like a little squiggle and then line it out right there. That squiggle lets me know that this is some copy, and there we are. If I'm going to do a headline, I'll do a three-corner or three-box rectangle, and I'll extend this top side a little bit. I don't know where I got that from, but I just like the idea of it. And this could be a headline. If I know that it's going to be a double-deck headline, meaning that there's two lines in it, sometimes I'll just divide it like that, make two squiggles. So I know that this headline is going to fall down to a second line. And then again, if I'm going to do like a subhead, maybe I'll do two lines with like an opens on both sides and a squiggle in between. These are just different ways to denote different levels of the hierarchy, and helps us to just sketch quicker and faster if we have all these things in our toolbox. And also it'll help us to communicate quicker with other parties if they understand what these symbols mean as well. Some of them are really abstract, like these. Some of them are more literal, like for example, this is an image. This is a placeholder for a video. This would be an avatar, And sometimes you can even like connect all of these ideas and say this is an avatar, and create this kind of lockup here, and say, okay, so the person's face is going to be next to their name, and then like their title, the CEO of whatever company. So this is you can combine all of these tools to create this really simple lockup, put it inside of a card, and there we go. You can share that. Okay, other ones that you'll commonly see are, just a bunch of lines like this, and this will be like a body of text. You can even be more specific about what kind of style a body of text is. If you put a rule or a line down one side, you can know that this is left-aligned text, and this one would be, right-aligned text. I've even seen it, but I've never done it myself, but I've even seen it where people center align text like that. What else do we got? Other options would be like if you want to create a list of items, pretty simple to create a list. So these are the more like abstracted ideas of UI elements, but some of them are a little bit more literal. Like, let me show you how to do quickly a sketch of, like, for example, this would be some tabs, right? And then below that is the content. Oftentimes you can, like this would be this will denote a graph. And you don't have to be specific about what kind of information or what the graph would actually look like. You can just say, like, I want this right here to be a bar graph. And then people kind of understand that that's what we're intending. And this is a very quick way to sketch out these wireframes. Another important thing to have as an element in your toolbox is to be able to sketch forms, because forms are the active part of the internet, right? The internet is based on forms. So I would say, like, throw your label there. We already reviewed that, a single line of text, and then a form field. A label and then a form field. This was similar to the contact box that we made in our last video. And then down here would be a submit button. Now with buttons, I usually try to make them beveled a little bit, so I'll just kind of like darken the shadow of the right and bottom borders so that it looks more clickable, it looks more actionable, and anybody who's looking at this will not be confused that these are form fields and this is an actionable button. Okay? Other interesting things, I mean, you take a form field, you throw a magnifying glass in the corner, you've got a search button. You can attach the button right here and then darken up that bottom and right, and we know that we've got a search. So anyway, these kind of things are the tools in your toolbox of UI sketching to help you move quickly through a layout. You can combine all of these things to make compositions. Okay, that's it for today. I just wanted to make this really quick video as I was thinking about the topic. Check back for DevTips, more DevTips on Monday. And if you did like this video, please like it and share it and do all that good stuff that we YouTubers love to say at the end of videos. Anyhow, take care and have a good whatever day this comes out on. Bye!